Do we have just one per person? I think. Grazie. Just one. I need.
Sure, you need extra.
I need extra. Just one, right? Oh, all right. So one little block. So as we start, yeah, that's a great question. Ursulina, can you still hear me? Yes. All right. Mohan says yes too. And there comes Asif. There comes trouble walking in. Oh, stumbling in. So just very gently as we enter into our yoga time, a yoga session. So I always wonder, what are we all expecting when we come into our yoga class, right? What is it that we want? What are we getting out of it also? So if at any point you feel or you need or you want something specific about your session that day or any day or every day, just let me know. And so whatever my mind goes to, it doesn't mean that it's necessarily what you might need today, but let's just be open and see what happens. And the intention eventually of our yoga practice is to understand or to feel or connect a little bit more our mind to groundingness. That means that we're not floating, and I speak for myself, that I'm not thinking about these gradual things, or I'm not just thinking about the world changing and affecting big things in my life, but that we are able to, in the present moment, right? That's living a little bit maybe in the expectation of the future. And how can we ground ourselves and not to be living also in the past? There's a lot of things that we carry with us from our past experiences, from our past life. So and there's very little that we actually need to be investing in that time that already happened. All we need to do is learn our lessons and keep moving forward. And this is the moment, right? The idea is that in the present moment is that where we affect change. So we can heal from the past only right now. And we can only affect the things of the future from this moment forward, right? This is our sanskars, are the effect of our karma, right? There's the karma and the sanskar, the action and the reaction comes and starts somewhere. And so why not start right now? And why not be fully engaged right now with mind, with breath, regardless of anything that may happen around us or may have happened around us? And that's the hardest part, I think, for me and for I think most human beings, maybe, that we are living many times in the past and we carry so many things from where we are. There's very little space and real estate in our mind and in our hearts for things are of the present moment. We are just living so much of all the things that we have to do, or the list of things to be engaged, or bucket lists that we have created. So how can we surrender all that and let all that go and simply exhale and simply breathe very gently out, and allow that your body, as strong or as scratched and scrapped it might be today, is gently engaged. And you can feel that your inhalation, maybe as you now enter into your own rhythm, that you are able to soften from your head down towards your tailbone. And so, what happens when you think through that way, when you think that your breath is emptying out and then create from the bottom up, from the very tailbone towards the sky as you're inhaling, filling up the body? And then how can I soften my head and soften my forehead, my eyes, and my nose, and my throat, and my chest, and my gut feeling, and my hips, and my knees, and my feet and toes as I exhale? And how can I invest in my inhalation? What does it bring to me? And how can I embrace that breath? And then again, clear as if I were peeling onions, right? Little thin skin of peel, just shedding off the old ideas. And then in observation of the inhalation to feel that your body opens. And we're sincerely and maybe for the first time today, breathing deeply into the body. And so, how can we observe the benefit of just the rhythm of oxygenation of our body? That the inhalation really enters, that the oxygen that we're bringing into our body really enters into every one of the tissues and cleanses, has a very purifying effect inside our body, and how the exhalation releases all the toxins and the free radicals and all those things that might be harmful, and then connected definitely to emotional stress that we may have absorbed through the days. And then your body inhales and opens one more time, the entire body broadly, tall in length, front and back and width, and then let your body exhale and release and slowly soften one more time. Can you observe that inhalation? That you're inhaling as deeply as your body will allow and needs right now. I'm going to sincerely hold it for just a longer second. So hold your breath when your body's full. Hold it and let your body softly exhale when you're ready to exhale through your nose. Hold your breath out when your body's completely exhaled. And then take inhalation. Breathe in when your body is ready to open. Brought one more time. Not to force, not to change anything, but just to be observant and holding the breath and sustaining into broad lung tissue. Let it sink into every corner and then release it. Exhale deeply again. So, how does it feel for my lungs? How does it feel for my back, for my neck, for my jaw, for my facial expression? All that just to feel the emptiness and then inhale when my body's ready. And how that flush of oxygen heals, enters through my bloodstream, through every part of my body. Last time, can I exhale and simply empty, 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 empty from the root of my gut area all the way out and hold it for just a tiny bit until my body is ready to naturally inhale. In the normal sense, meaning finding your own rhythm and finding how your body brings slowly attention as your hands come gently forward and you can hold onto your block, and the block is carried slowly into the front of your chest, and maybe your legs extend, maybe your legs open wide, maybe your legs extend as broad as the yoga mat. Completely irrelevant what is the extension or the position of your legs. You can remain with your legs crossed if that's most comfortable for your body, and my hands slowly press into the length of the block, the longest distance between end and end of my block, and my hands press deeply as if my fingers were squeezing towards the block, as my forearms and elbows are perpendicular to the block. So I'm not pushing on the wrists, I'm not pushing on the joints, I'm activating the biceps, I'm activating the triceps, the upper muscles of the arm, that your shoulders are broadening and exhaling, that your inhalation lengthens the spine when it comes at your own rhythm. Really learn to listen to your abdomen, engage those muscles of your back, make them stronger. Every time that you're breathing in, you feel your body filling up with strength. And every time that you exhale, the abdomen, the entire gut area becomes stronger because you support in the depth of that extension from the belly button area towards your lower back, and then the inhalation expands. And again, your rhythm, not mine, not force. Allow your body to strengthen, create, find and discover what is the difference between strength and holding and sustaining that strength, and then exhaling, and then considering the difference of that with forcefulness. Can I sustain? Can I sustain the strength? Can I still activate mentally connecting to your muscles? Let them become stronger and activate, define them, exhale slowly. Last time, breath that your body expands and broadens your clavicles, that you feel the spine, the torso long, that the exhalation slowly softens. Beautiful. Very, very gently allow maybe your right hand to carry slowly the block as the elbows and hands soften. The right arm slowly opens the block towards the right side. And so, what does it feel like to open the block just directly towards the right shoulder, away from the right shoulder, I should say, with the palms of the hands and the fingers slowly hold. And again, if you're hybridly connected, if you're virtually connected, you can hold a ball, a tennis ball, just a simple roll of t-shirt, or a simple small towel. It doesn't matter. Something that keeps your mind, your senses connected to the touch, that you can actually squeeze your fingers into, that you can activate that shoulder, that your belly and your hips and your tailbone area comes stronger towards the floor, that your spine becomes long, that you're not locking, that you're not forcing. When your body's ready, take a long inhalation. Wherever you are, exhale as if you're just grounding. Feel that your core, your muscles of the root of your body stay close to the ground, and your right arm comes towards the sky, and you feel your right arm inhaling. When you're ready to inhale, up all the way towards the sky, and you hold it. And so what does it feel for that shoulder, for the wrists, for your elbow, for your hands, for your fingers? Is your abdomen supporting gently to the root of your spine? Can you feel your oblique muscles? Can you exhale and ground? One more time. Feel that the root of your pelvic area comes closer to the floor. Last long inhalation. Deep breath in. Let your left hand maybe come towards the inner thigh of your left leg, or right leg completely across the abdomen, and your torso starts leaning gently towards the left side, as if the left forearm, the left elbow, the left tricep, the left shoulder comes towards the leg area or towards the ground, and your body opens the right side across the head towards the left. And you breathe and you hold it, never locking. Again, paying attention to the difference between holding with forcefulness versus holding with strength. Strength means activating those muscles, that your muscles keep active, keep connecting, and they tend to rest, they tend to dissipate. And you can do that. You can allow the inhalation to activate, to really hold the same tension. But at the same time, as you exhale, you let them soften, breathe out, and you hold and maintain and support as you're inhaling that connection to the ball, to the block on your hand, as your last exhalation empties. Inhale deeply, broadening, opening. Exhale, reach a little bit longer, and feel how your body just moves just a little bit deeper. And then inhale, raise towards the sky. Let your right hand come around, and let it slowly, gently come towards the front of your pelvic area, so your left hand takes over and your right hand rests. And so what does it feel for your right hand to rest while your left arm inhales towards the left side of your body? And you can hold the block in whichever direction you prefer, with a tip, with the end, with a wider side, completely up to you. How much intensity? Is the palm hand an extension of your chest? So are you rotating the shoulder? And where does it feel? What angle is best for your anatomy? What is the condition of that shoulder? What is the condition of that elbow? What is condition of the joint of your wrist? Is all about that yoga connection, right? Are you really listening to your body? Are you connecting to every one of your fingers? And how important is it to connect to every one of our fingers? How many times have we thought about building the strength equally, right? That our joints are moving, the blood flow comes in, that the nervous system connects to every one of the fingers. And is my head turned? Am I twisting? And am I forcing my spine, or I'm still able to press right hip bone? And I'll give you a second for my mind to understand which one is my right hip today. And then I look in my mind's eye then to switch towards my left hip bone. And can I really connect to that and talk to it? And what happens to my knees? What happens to my thighs? And how do the thighs and the knees work together? How are my heels and toes? working to support the ankles? And how is the direction of my feet connecting to the condition of my knee? And when my body exhales, last long stroke, and I feel my deltoid, the muscle that covers my shoulder, and I know that is sometimes painful. Doesn't mean locking the joint, simply means that you're holding, that you're intentionally sustaining that position. And then as you inhale, raise the block towards the sky and feel that your body moves. As your right hand comes slowly over your right leg or all the way across towards your left. So the forearm, the elbow, the tricep, the shoulder comes slowly towards the right side. And I know your body's not warmed enough yet, so slow motions. Feel that your body and your head and your torso aligns. And are you sitting on your bones? Revisit the connection, the conversation you had with your right and left hip. Is your neck forwards? Is your jaw drawn in? Can you feel the left side of your body extended? Can you stretch your oblique muscles? And I know there's a lot of things to handle in that left side and right side, especially that little flank side. So can you find your body just opening? Every time that you breathe in, focus your breath all the way from the hip towards your fingers. And so how's the blood flow into that area? Can you let your last two breaths to feel your body, that you're every time you spend and invest, your body moves a little bit, your muscles are able to extend and breathe just a little bit deeper into the side. And when your body inhales, raise slowly, use your right hand as much as you need to, and let your left arm come around in front of your body, all the way in front of your torso. Exhale gently. Bring your blocks, if your legs are crossed, and cross them and cross them in the opposite direction. If your legs are extended, then place the block on top of your thighs. If your legs are wide, walk the block slowly forward in between your legs. It doesn't matter how far. And the block will actually stick, or whatever is in your hands is going to stick enough that it gives you support, that doesn't slide. That's the whole point of a yoga mat. Has a sticky surface, so you're not sliding out. And let your body slowly hold into it. Your body, the block gives you extension enough so your torso is slightly leaning out and forward, and your chest comes slowly off the ground forward, and your jaw draws in, and the shoulders are not pushing forward to extend or tense the neck area, but actually to move the chest a little bit higher off the ground and engage to your belly. And your jaw is always very attentive to the condition of your neck. So where do I place my chin? Where do I place my facial expression? Can I pay attention to my toes and how are they affecting the condition of my ankle, of my knee? Where am I connecting to my calf muscles and my shin muscles? How am I connecting to my inner thigh and my outer thigh muscles? How am I connecting to my quads? How are they affecting the hips, the glutes, the lower back? Can I feel my core, the abdominal cavity? One more time, breathing, extending those muscles. When the body's ready, allow the elbows to bend a little bit deeper, and then round or flatten your spine even deeper and forward towards the ground, rounding your back and rounding your neck to give you is enough room, not to force, not to overdo anything, not to create pinching in any sensation in any part, specific part of your body, but that our body is able to roll slowly towards the ground. It doesn't mean touching. There's no end. There's no aim to this position in particular as if to come to the ground and touch the floor. Completely relevant. Find what's most comfortable and beneficial. Can you be aware of the position of your shoulder blades and how they extend the sides of your body, and all the tension that we may have built in those muscles? Can we, with our mind's eye, connect to that? Is it the inner thighs where we have the resistance? Is it the hips? Is it the knees? Is it the ankles? Is it the neck? So where does my mind go right now to, again, pay attention to those parts of my body that are just a little bit resistant? When my body is ready and I feel that my breath really moves deeper, that I have, again, invested enough time to feel the benefit of the extension, the blood flow, the openings of those tissues, then my hands, not my back, my hands and my arms press my torso, and I walk the block in if I need to, or roll it in if I need to, let my body come in taller and longer towards the sky, and my body exhales very nice, and breathe in. And maybe the block slowly comes and walks gently behind my glutes with my legs changing positions, staying positions, switching positions, completely irrelevant. And the block will remain just behind my glutes in such a way that gives me leverage. So my block can be tall, so my hands can narrowly be closer towards each other. My block can be very wide, so my hands are placing on the block in such a way that they support. My block can be, again, medium height, so whichever position is most appropriate. And my hands are going to press against the block because I know that block will not slide enough that I can feel my shoulders rolling back, that I feel my chest coming forward, and I open the pectoral muscles. And I feel that again, all the lymphatic tissue, all the tissue in the front of my body. How many times do I actually pay attention to the positioning, the opening, the connection to those muscles on my chest? And all the tissue that comes with that, right? The muscles are the closest thing inside to the bone, to the structure of our skeleton. So can I feel, again, the layers on top of that? Like fascia, the connective tissue that wraps around it? Can I connect to the adipose tissue? Can I connect to the layers of derma or dermis to find that my body allows every stretch to benefit, to open, to, again, exhale all the toxins on my shoulder blades, support the position of the openings of the clavicles, let my breath and my chest and the intention of my mind to breathe and to exhale all the toxins, not only physical, but emotional, around in your last one breath. And the body exhales, and then be soft and kindly, the spine, the torso, the shoulders, the hands, the neck, bringing the block softly forward and allowing gently our block to come slowly under the right knee. And I place it in the most comfortable way, flat into the ground, mid-high or very tall, it doesn't matter, as long as I place it right under the space behind my kneecap and closer to my hamstring, in a very nice, comfortable space to my knee. So I don't have to force it, looking that it looks or is being used as a prop, as a lever towards the extension of my lower leg. And my hands are going to become supportive on the ground, sitting tall, abdomen retracts, the torso lengthens, the hands can be just floating outside the body. The hands can extend gently towards the sky by arms parallel towards each other or cross into a steeple position above the head. It doesn't matter. And let your left leg stay aligned. Exhale, abdomen strengthens, and when your body's ready, raise by pressing the hamstring into the block, raise the right leg and allow your toes to slowly flex in first so you can feel the extension, the heels, and then support all the muscles that protect that knee. So make sure that you're hugging that knee and you feel that your muscles are holding and supporting. Again, there's injuries always around the knees, around all the tendons and ligaments around the knee. Is never, the injury might not go away, but you can strengthen and support the muscles that support the joint. One more time, breathe in, point your toes as you exhale. Toes point away from your body and see, is there a difference? Can you feel the hamstring is still connected? Feel your abdomen, chest, shoulders. One more time, find what's best working for your body. When your body inhales, exhale all the way through, flex as you're inhaling the toes, breathe in. And then exhale, move your toes long and pointy. Inhale, flex them as you're breathing, slow motion. Let your body exhale. Can you engage the core of your body? One more time, breathing in. Is your left leg active? Find the exhalation, last long deep breath. Can you find the extension as you point and exhale all the way through? Inhale, inhale. And bend the elbows, soften your shoulders, soften your arms, place your hands into the ground, to the sides of your legs, into the sides of your thigh, soften the heel to the ground, exhale. So what does it feel like? Adjust, modified when your body's ready. Feel that your right leg is comfortable, and then you're going to simply raise the leg and raise your arms as if your hands comes just all the way above the shoulders. Sit tall and then slowly drop the heel gently towards the ground and feel your body again. It's not leaning back, it's not rounding your spine. Maintain as much as an extension of your body as you can stay as your legs and arms raise, or only your right leg, and the exhalation slowly moves. Elbows and arms towards the ground. One more time, breathing in, lengthen, lengthen. Contract those thighs. It's not about the knee joint. It is actually reflecting on the knee, but it's not about the knees, about the muscles support that. Inhale. Never pinch, never burn, never find this acute discomfort. Inhale, inhale, raise and extend. Exhale and slowly soften. One more time. Breathe and raise, extending, opening the body. When the body exhales, last long inhalation. Observe that your body raises towards the sky and hold it for one breath. Exhale to your tummy. Inhale, inhale, and let your legs slowly release towards the ground along with your arms and elbows and shoulders, and change position. Let your right knee contract so the block removes slowly from under the leg, and place it slowly under the left side in the same way as before. The first part is to reconnecting to that knee, reconnecting to that joint, connecting to the muscles supported. Is my right leg now switching position? Is my right leg tilting or rotating? Can I support the muscles to maintain activity in that right leg on the ground that is still connected to my knee, to my ankle, to my foot? Can I allow my hands to slowly settle gently towards the ground, towards the back of the hips, towards the sides of your thigh, or all the way towards the space above the shoulders with your hands parallel or connected towards each other into steeple pose, whichever is the position, and raising the left leg until your heels are pressing out and you contract through your thigh and feel that your thigh is active. Right leg, lower back, abdomen, rib cage, heel, hands, elbows are never tense, shoulders are never tense. Open one more time, breathing in. And again, the flow of your exhalation. So where does it go? How can we connect to your mind? Can you connect to your toes? Breathing in. Feel the difference between your right and left side, if there's any. And when your body's ready, take a deep breath in. Point your toes out as you exhale. Just your toes. Reach as far away from your body as you can. So your calves now feel the contraction. Your shins feel the extension all the way towards the top of your foot. Your big toe and your pinky toe tend to rotate in different angles. Maintain them. Look at them. If you need to, open your eyes and look at your toes. And is your leg rotating in a weird way? Are you pressing too deeply through your knee, or are you needing to reshape? And the position of your block under your knee or calf or hamstring, I should say. When your jaw draws in, can you feel your body again, that you feel the neck extended? One more time, breathing in. When your body's ready, exhale slowly with your toes out and flex your toes in as you inhale, holding. And then exhale all the way through, and then inhale deeply. Point the toes as you exhale, slowly moving deeply. Retract when you inhale. Is your right leg in the right place? Exhale, point your toes. One more time. Use all the fascia, move all the tissues. Allow your nerves to connect. One more time. You're allowing time for the body to start feeling all the juices that need to support. Are you rotating? Are you really looking at the alignment as you contract? And you feel the toes extending. Last one time. And where is your mind going right now? What are part of your body's catching your attention when your body points? Exhale all the way through. Inhale deeply, deeply, contracting, and bend and exhale the knee. Soften your hands, soften your arms. Slowly exhale one more time. With your hamstring still connected to the block, with your arms still gently on the ground behind you, open your torso. When your body exhales, raise your arms as your left leg extends, reach, and then exhale, place a heel into the ground. Do not sacrifice the posture of your abdomen and torso. Raise your arms slowly forward and up. Again, range of movement is your leg and your arms. Move your shoulders. We've worked already with the upper body, so make your chest, your shoulders, your deltoids, the entire lat muscles, the rhomboid muscles support the movement of that shoulder, the entire rotator cuff. Find that your arms, your hands, the rotation of your hands, the position of your thumbs and pinky to relation to each other is, again, important about the shoulders. Your your jaw. It's important about the neck. Your position of the toes and heel is important about your thighs. Can you find your body? One more time, moving. And again, making your movement significant, that your body supports the benefit, that your last exhalation empties through your gut, that you find this final inhalation that really supports and engages those muscles of your quads, holding. Exhale, support one more time, breathing in, and then release as your body exhales, soften. So what does it feel like for your body to soften that way? And now your left knee to retract, your block to come from under the legs, breathe in, and then exhale slowly. Allow your body to gently place the blocks under the ankle. So the block is going to place under both ankles. So your feet are parallel, your knees are parallel, and your feet are slightly higher. And let your body slowly roll gently forward as if your chin tucks into your throat and your chest sinks in and your shoulders broaden and your hands come towards your thighs, maybe your knees, possibly your shins, maybe towards your ankles, and look at the position of your knees. Look at the position of your toes. Look at the position of your heels. Are you flexing your toes? Are you pointing the toes? Are they in the middle? Are you finding your body rounding in such a way that your back broadens, that you're opening the space away from the vertebrae through the sides of your ribs, that you're wrapping your body around and forward through your thighs, that your jaw draws in, that your body exhales? Can you find the liberty of moving within your physical body? That your thighs are contracting so you can feel how that contraction will benefit and allow and give permission for the back of your legs to extend. That you contract slowly your shins so you can stretch gently through your calves. That you contract your belly so your lower back is able to expand. That you're listening to your own rhythm of breath. Very nice. Allow your body to inhale one more time. When your body exhales deeply into this pose, it doesn't matter how far, how much you think you should go. It's not about measuring how flexible in comparison to where you were a few years back or a few moments back. It's about your body just simply finding what is most beneficial right now, right? Present moment affects future. Bring your hands coming in towards your thighs when your body is ready to breathe in back into center. And exhale. Allow your right hand to come over the left shoulder. So bring your right arm across so the elbow is bent, the exhalation empties, your heels are on, floating slightly in front of the blocks, if that's okay with your body, and let your left hand come towards the opposite shoulder. And the jaw draws in and feel that your body exhales and you roll slowly your spine back. That means your belly is going to sink in, your belly is going to slowly dip into your chest and to your abdomen, I should say, and your chest also sinks in and your spine slowly rolls a little bit behind and you feel your body exhale and your head dips your chin into your throat. And it's not about your neck, it's not about forcing your head, it's about simply rolling the base or the bottom of your lower back closer to the ground. A little bit behind is exactly what your body needs. You never need to lock your knees, soften your knees as much as you need to. Find your body. So where does your mind engage? How's your breathing at this position? Are you still able to breathe, opening the back muscles, and exhale, contracting the front? One more time. Exhale all the way through. When your body is ready, empty all the way through, and then raise. Slowly walk your body upright. Lean softly forward as if your elbows come slowly towards the thighs, towards your knees, towards your shins, and your spine and neck rolls slowly forward. Breathe in. What is the connection between your toes, your heels, your knees? Pay attention to your hips. Are they sitting into the ground? Are you locking your body? Can you find your belly contracting? Find the muscles of your back, exhaling all the way through. Finally, take a deep breath that expands your ribs as your lungs open. And as the body exhales, slowly raise very gently back upright, sitting very tall and long. And one more time, exhale, reaching back, slowly rounding, sink your belly button air inwardly. So contract your belly intentionally into your lower back, that your knees are never locked, that your knees are softened, that your shoulders are moving away from the lower back or far away from the shoulder blades forward. So your chest sinks and your jaw draws in. It's not about the neck, it's not about the head, it's about the midsection. Can you find your midsection and slowly support it? One more time, breathe out. Feel your core muscles Last long exhalation. Feel your body empties all the way through and then gently raise up. Inhale, inhale. Allow your body to slowly come forward as if your elbows walk into your thighs, to your knees, to your shins. It doesn't matter if it walks deeper every time that you breathe out. If you adjust the intensity of a position to be less or more as you move through, when your body's ready, exhale, exhale. Switch hands. Place your right hand that was below the left arm to come forward so that it touches the shoulder in the opposite direction, that your hands slowly exhale into your shoulder muscles, and then raise up. Walk slowly your body rounding from the spine, slowly feeling your body and reaching back. Slowly, abdomen sinks, your jaw draws in. It's not your neck, it's the abdomen that moves back. It's about not your thighs. Soften your knees if it's your thighs. Exhale, slowly engage. One more time. Can you feel how the abdominal muscles are really active in this position when your body's ready? Empty slowly through this pose and then raise up. One more time. Walking slowly your torso tall, and then reaching forward through your elbows, through your forearms, towards the most extended position of your back. So your jaw draws in, the head slowly drops. Feel your body opening those back muscles. Inhale. Exhale all the way through. Last long deep breath in. Can you feel that your abdomen, your gut, your shoulders move deeply, and then raise. Are your knees, are your toes still aligned? Can you sit back or sink into your belly, shoulders, chin, as you know, aligns, supported, abdomen? Can you find more confidence into your body? Now, does your body understand now what muscles are now being engaged? Do you understand? Does your body stays in this position because it's now more actively engaged? Can you feel the connection of your mind, of your physical reaction to it, your intention behind it when your last long exhalation empties through? Raise up, inhale, inhale. And finally, exhale all the way forward as your back and neck and shoulders clear of all pressure, all tension, neck and shoulders. Breath in. Elbows move a little bit farther away when your last full breath empties. And you can feel how your back clears. Walk slowly your hands off your shoulders or biceps or forearms, and then slowly raise your body. Inhale, very nice. Allow your body to slowly flex your knees. Allow your knees to slowly, or your feet to cross over your ankles and come onto knees and hands if that's possible for your body. And see what happens when the block is just in front of your body. And maybe you can hold the block with both hands. So that means that your hands are slowly holding the longest side of the block from left to right. And you're not pushing into the wrists, and you will know your body will talk to you if you're allowing your body to come a little bit too deep in one side more than the other. So take less pressure, adjust your body, your knees start walking just a tiny bit behind the hips. So now you can engage the abdominal cavity and you feel your body exhale and feel your toes and feet relaxed. So you're not forcing through them, and you engage the midsection, the core of your tummy. Breathe in. When your body's ready, allow the elbows to bend a little bit. So your elbows bend and you're not on the wrists, you're not on the elbows. Adjust your hands in the position of your fingers. So it's not the shoulders, but it's the chest and the abdomen. Can you feel that midsection of your chest? Can you find your jaw? Squeeze gently your glutes if that's possible. So your belly is strong. One more time, not the lower back. The moment your lower back starts activating, it's too deep, too much. When your last long exhales, deep breath out. Inhale, raising your hips, pushing your hips all the way back, and then moving your hips towards your heels, so your fingers slowly rest onto the block. And you can change the position of your block. You can move it closer, you can move it farther away, you can make it taller, you can make it flatter. Find your body. Exhaling through your head, shoulders, back. Inhale your jaw closer to your throat area as the crown of it extends farther away from your tailbone. Can you feel how that feels to move your body in through your back, through your shoulders, through your spine? Inhale one more time. Let your body exhale. Can you find your tummy? Where in your body are you? Can you find your last full breath out? Your own pacing, and then slowly move the block, move the weight one more time towards your hands, Find the perfect sweet spot for your body. And how does that feel for the knees to be slightly behind? Of course, the farther behind, the more intense. Can I find my belly not locking my elbows? Can I adjust my hands, move my elbows into my body rather than outside my body? So that maybe helps to engage the chest and not the shoulders. Can I bend my elbows a little bit and stay closer towards the block? Inhaling. And so what does it feel to find strength versus forcefulness? Find my body engaging the tummy, the glute muscles. Last time, exhale, exhale, and raise your glutes. Press your glutes back. And then exhale slowly behind. So find the extension of your body. Now we created strength into those muscles, into the chest, into the shoulders, into the back. Can I find my head dropping between my arms, dropping as if my forehead were coming towards the ground, and my tailbone and my glutes expand so I can really activate. So hugging those hips with the glutes, with the muscles of the glutes, right? There's three muscles in the glute area that compose our glute area. So the inner, the middle, and the outer, or the major glute muscles. So find those muscles that wrap those hips and then extend the tailbone. So the hip bone actually moves. The right and left hips move individually away from the sacrum, the fused last portion of your vertebrae. So can you feel how the right and left hip actually become active, and that supports the back area and then allows those things that we think are just stagnant, that never move in our life, to slowly release them, that we can start experiencing a shift, a physical experience, by simply allowing the body to breathe into those positions, to let that your mind can actually connect to your body and exhale all the things that we don't need at this point, and raising your body. One more time on hands and knees, walking your knees maybe slightly forward, and you can feel your body slowly walking your body into a balanced position, that your right hand and left hand are gently under the shoulder, that your hips are exactly above your knees, and your body exhales. And very, very gently, we're going to flex lightly the toes. And for some of us, it's going to be very challenging to flex any deeper, right? The intention is not to hurt the body, but is to invite the tissues of our fascia, especially in the plant of my foot or the sole of my foot, to be just slightly extended. And can I feel and look at my toes, and pinky toe and big toe, they're equally on the ground, not pressing more than the other. And then maybe my hips start translating the movement softly behind the knees, maybe towards the heels. Maybe you can feel and adjust. And I adjust constantly. Is that too much? Is that too little? Can I go deeper? Are my right and left side able to stretch those toes? And can I find the health of the joints of my toes? Can I find the health of the joints of the toes into the sole of my foot, and every single bone that connects to the heel, from the heel of your foot all the way into every one of the toes? Can I feel them? Can I feel the muscles? Because there's muscles in there as well as the fascia, and that fascia is able to stretch. And so where does it cause any tension, and why is there any tension there? Can I breathe it? Can I breathe it out? Can I start trusting that my body softly stretches when my last long exhalation empties all the way through? Tension. Where's any other tension in my body? Can I raise my hips, come very, very gently forward, and let my body exhale? Very nice. And the inhale, allowing that the hands open wider, and the block is going to be placed on the right side of my body, so I can walk softly my right foot over that right block in such a way that the heel of the right foot comes as close to the ground as possible. And I'm placing the foot in a way that is balanced through my pinky and my big toe. And the block, as you already know, it tilts. So you can tilt it off the ground on one side, so it's easier to support the block or to support the foot, while my heel and calf are slowly on the ground, connecting, and my body exhales. And I lean slowly forward so I can stretch my calf muscles. I can flex my toes. I can feel how my tendon that connects my heel to my calf, the Achilles tendon, is slowly stretching, not on the inside, not on the outside more, but perfectly aligned. How can I balance that? And where's my breath? Can I find my body exhaling? Can I find my torso not shrugging through the shoulders or grinding through my teeth, holding my neck tight so I'm raising my head, but can I just let go? Right? Can I find a perfect intensity to the stretch of those calf muscles and feel my body exhaling one more time, breathing out to really move deeper, deeper into the muscles. We're going to stay here for just 2 more breaths. So give yourself, your body balanced, enough pressure and support that your calf muscles are able to lengthen all the way through as you exhale and you really trust. And then press back, slowly release. So you're releasing back the pressure on that right leg. You're going to bring the right leg around, bringing your right knee to the floor, and exhale very gently. Allow your body sliding the block directly back. So your block is going to come towards the right knee, towards the top of the right knee, right? And the lower thigh area. And your right knee is going to travel a little bit farther behind. So your knee on the right is slightly behind the left one, and your left hand is supporting the balance of your body. When your body's ready, allow your hands to come forward, your left knee to come a little bit forward, and we're going to slowly lean gently into the right thigh. So I'm now opening the hip flexors, engaging the right glute, softening gently the entire front of my body while my left knee is forward. It doesn't matter how far. I'm not pushing on my hands. I'm not pushing on my elbows. I'm not pushing on my shoulders. Can I find the block right on the lower thigh? Not in the kneecap, because that will hurt, right? You don't want to press the joint, but just in the lower thigh, enough that feels a connection. And when my body is ready, and my index and thumb are connected to this position. Can I find my hips? Can I find my glutes? Can I find my lower back, my abdomen that I just activated? Let the right toes slowly flex and come off the ground with my knee on the floor, off the floor, it doesn't matter. And then simply hold, flex your toes so they point away from the ankle, and find that your hamstring, your glutes support, and your abdomen flattens, your chest broadens. Exhale. How much is too much and how much is too little, right? Less is always more. So start less. You don't have to go all the way. One more time, breathing in. Allow your body to exhale. Can you feel the muscles? Can you feel the joints? When your body exhales, release that right leg. Slowly descend it. Descend towards the ground through your right toes and see what happens when your toes slowly extend away from your knee. Breath in. Exhale all the way through. When your body is ready, flex that right leg one more time, slowly pointing the toes. Feel your body opening, and then exhale again. Feel all the connection. Your shins, your thigh are all connected to your hip, to your lower back, to your glutes, to your spine. Inhale, raising. How's the effect of one side connected to the rest of your body? Are your shoulders shrugged? Are your elbows and fists and hands? Inhale, connecting and extend. Reach, reach, reach. Exhale, exhale. Feel your body again, not pinching, not forcing. Can you find your last full breath? That your thigh muscles really connect, that your hamstring muscles are really connecting. And then exhale. Again, you're supporting that joint of the knee to slowly soften. Very nice. And find your body slowly walking your hands back in, walking your left knee in reverse order, moving your right knee forward, exhaling the block onto the left hand or side of your body. Allow your body to exhale. Is that okay with everybody? Are we doing okay? Feel your left foot coming forward towards the block this time. You can tilt the block as much or as little as you need to. Can you find the heel of your left foot coming grounded into the floor, and let your body slowly accommodate, balancing. All we need to do here in a very passive extension is to balance the body. And how does the left side compare to the right side? And are we twisting the foot? And am I looking at my foot and observing that my foot is leaning more towards the inside or towards the outside of it? How's my knee placed in here? How's my back and my shoulders and my abdomen? How can my hip and glute muscles feel the connection to that engagement of extension on that left side. So am I breathing in and am I exhaling? So when my breath comes in, can I wrap it around the places where my mind goes? Can I wrap my breath around it and get that pressure or resistance or tension to release out? And one more time. Let your body inhaling and your hands and your arms and your elbows exhale. One deep breath every time that you inhale. What are you breathing in? Every time that you exhale, can you find that your knee and toes and hip are engaged one more time? So what is it that comes to mind? Where is that our mind goes? Now we have reached that point where your body is reached those 18 seconds where you're really going deep into your tissues, not to hurt them, not to force them, but to really feel the connection when your last long deep breath. Arms are balanced, shoulders are balanced. Exhale all the way through and then kindly soften as you inhale. Walk very, very gently. Your left leg extends, your left foot easily comes back. And so what does it feel like for those toes, the tissues that you extended? The block can move towards the knee, towards the upper thigh as your left knee slides back and your right knee moves slightly forward, and you can feel how the block accommodates. Again, you can tilt the block, you can place it in a place where it's not harming, right? It's not forcing anything, and your body exhales, and you can feel how adjusting the head, the leg, adjusting the block, which is much easier, working both together so your upper thigh is just extending the hip flexors and your lower thigh is really affecting the position of your foot, of your left ankle, of your left knee. And those adjustments, those micro adjustments that we do, right? Feeling how the body, so important, even in emotional relationships, right? We have, again, those nowadays known things as those microaggressions, right? Even sometimes in those little tiny unconceivable things that we do with that are just micro reactions to things rather than just being present and observe and that turn into a micro adjustment into something positive, something that molds to our body. And this never done. It's not like you reach there and it's completely completed. Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. Sometimes it's a constant observation on observing how the body feels most comfortable. And it's okay. Do I give myself permission to adjust constantly, to really monitor? Let your body exhale one last time into this pose. And when your body's ready, very slowly flex that left leg and see how that feels. And you hold it. And so is it your hamstring? Are you moving your glutes up or are you moving your glutes down? So your hip flexor opens and your abdomen flattens and your spine and chest drive away from that knee and you feel your toes and foot engaged, breathing in. And so how far is too much for your body? Deep breath. Exhale. Can you feel your abdomen? All those muscles that we contracted before, are they active? Can you raise your chest? Let your last two breaths. Can you feel the hamstrings, the glutes? When your body's ready, inhale deeply, deeply, and then exhale and release the leg slowly. Just settle it. Feel what happens to the hip, to the knee, to the ankle, to your back, to your shoulders, to your wrists, to your hands. Are you micro adjusting? When the body exhales, find your neck and feel the connection between all these little parts and flex as you're inhaling. Long, tall connection. Exhale and release and see what happens with that left hip and hamstring and glute and knee, and let your body inhale. Are you hugging? Are you making that movement possible through the muscles, or are you relying just onto the joint? And can you contract and really sustain the descend? Inhale. Are you tensing? Are you supporting? What are you using the leverage of the block to support the exhalation as you come down? Is your knee on the ground? Can you find an inhalation that supports and flexes and breathes in? And what do you discover about your body? And how, or what do you discover about the connection or the conversation or the communication to your body as you lastly inhale? And then lastly, exhale into position, slow motion, beautiful, very nice. Find your left knee and your right knee moving slowly forward, releasing kindly from the pressure, bringing your block very gently in front of your body. And when your body's ready, we're going to, this might be a little bit uncomfortable, and you tell me if that's too much for your body. We're going to place the block right into the groin area, right into the pubic bone. So find that your body slowly flattens into the lower space below your belly button area. So your belly button area is just above the block, and your block is just below the button area, so enough to support the pubic bone or the connection between both hips, so the hips are high and the chest and chin is on the ground, and I can soften my legs, I know, and my knees. And so again, find and adjust and move and modify the position of the block until it feels comfortable, or as comfortable as it's going to get in this position. And let your chest and shoulders move slowly towards the ground. Maybe it's your chin that touches the floor. Maybe it's your forehead that touches the ground. And find that your elbows and your shoulders are relaxed. And then can you clear pressure from your back? So when the hips are high this way, you're going to let and imagine that your right and left hip are opening, left and right. Imagine that somebody's pressing on the crest of your ilium and opening those hips wider and away from the lower back. And the head is carried as if somebody were holding the base of your head and pull your head farther away from your shoulders and neck. And the breath lets go of that pressure. One more time, breathe in and breathe out. And is there micro adjustments? That micro means might not even be visible. Is there things I need to do with my toes? Is there things I need to do with my ankles or my knees or my thighs? Are my hands and shoulders contributing to that sensation of release of any pressure? And when and if my body has reached that point where I can actually truly exhale and feel how those back muscles and hips are moving gently, we're going to realign the legs and the feet and the toes. And I'm going to slowly hold the block. If I need to hold it with my hands under the hips and in the same position they are, maybe my knees are able to flex and contract, feet off the ground, shins off the floor, as if the heels are coming towards my glute area. And not because I'm forcing my hips, not because I'm forcing my back, it's because I'm just simply flexing. So what does it feel like to flex? Can you feel the hamstrings contracting? Are the toes pointing away from my shins? So I'm really allowing those legs and knees to really flex. What is the feeling on my toes, on the fascia of my foot when my body is ready? Can I allow my legs to slowly descend and move them slowly towards the ground? And so what does it feel like to move through my knees? And what are the muscles on the back of the legs that support the knees? Holding, breath in. Once your body has this muscle memory, then slowly flex. Every time that you inhale, contract, breathe in. And every time that you exhale, your body slowly drops, and feel your body exhaling towards the ground. How does that affect your shoulders? Is your neck contracting? And how does it feel in your lower back and hips? Exhale, exhale your legs slowly. Abdomen. One more time. Flexing toes. Breathe in as your chin, your forehead. Are you stretching through your back area? Exhale, exhale. Last 2 times. Inhale. Build slow motion connection to the movement. Let your muscles control and support and love your joints. Feel that your body exhales. Slow motion. Beautiful. When your body's ready, exhale. Flex your toes, meaning your toes are going to slowly tuck under your feet. And then how can you distribute the weight between toes on the big side or the arch of your foot towards the pinky side? And can I bring my knees slightly off the ground? And enough that I can feel my hips raising and my thighs raising. Can I stretch gently? Can I find my glute muscles holding on my shoulders, open enough that I can feel the tip of my shoulders, not my chest so much, not my neck, not my chin, not my forehead, the outside of the arms, the bicep area, the ridge of that connection between my elbows and my shoulders into the ground, the forms. One more time, breathing in, raising the hips a little bit higher off the block. In my last long deep breath in, slide the block off or from under the hips and rest the hips into the ground. Beautiful. Stretch your toes. Slowly exhale, let the block on the side of your body and bring your hands around. Slowly place your hands right under the shoulders, the elbows tight towards your rib cage, and then slowly start raising your head, raising your chest, raising the spine while the hips remain onto the floor. And find that the palms of the hands are parallel towards each other, meaning palms of the hands into the ground, and your fingers are looking exactly in the same direction forward, away from the elbows. And you're not hiding the elbows under the shoulders, but they're just slightly forward in front of the shoulders. So you feel that perfect support through your wrists to your elbows. And maybe your abdomen engages and your back engages and you raise your rib cage. Maybe in this position, the toes are able to slowly flex and see what happens if your toes flex. Can you find balance? Can you feel a part of your body that needs to be stretched in this way? For some of us, that's perfect. Maybe the legs need to be tighter for higher intensity. That means closer towards each other, or just slightly wider for less intensity. For a few of us, the knees and the thighs come off the ground. I can feel my glutes and my spine supported, and can feel your body raise in the belly while your pubic bone remains strong and settled into the floor. It's not because I'm pinching or forcing anything, it's because I'm letting my body just become wide and broad, and I breathe into it. And what are the thoughts? What is the conversation that your body's having with you? Are we learning to hear and truly listen to our body talking to us? And sometimes they talk really loud. So listen carefully. And what is it that I need to do? What are my micro adjustments? And my micro adjustments might be coming off the pose and taking the excuse of going to the bathroom and then come back into the position. One more time, breathing in. Let the exhalation, abdomen, belly button air comes towards the lower back. Last time, lengthen the spine. And then exhale and release thighs. If we're lifted, knees into the ground, toes extend. Flatten your belly, flatten your chest, hand over hand into crocodile position while the elbows are wide. And then breathe. Exhale very, very gently. Can you rest the length? We've contracted, we've worked with deep, deep parts of the body. Can you let your body, shoulders and head and neck and spine, come closer towards the ground? Can you sink the chest and then make room, right? There's enough room on the shoulders. There's enough room in my elbows. There's enough room in my hands. Can I find my way to really let my back not be tense? I constantly walk around holding the weight of the world. I think I need to solve every issue of the world, and I hold it right there on my neck and my shoulders. Can I just let go? Can I just let go and surrender that? Can I let my lower back protecting? I have to present this side of me. I have to be cheery. I have to be smiley. I have to be happy. I have to be smart. I have to perform. I have to, all these things, and just builds all these things on my back, all this protection. Somebody's going to come and really see me for who I am. Can I let that trust? To trust that my value is not for the things I do, but for the person who I am inside. And so that trust translates in opening my back area. Can I breathe deepest as the body lengthens the spine? Very, very kindly. We're going to allow the right hand to slowly open to the right side of your body, my head to lift a little bit, the elbow maybe lift a little bit off the ground, and let the right knee, so my right hand is outside my right shoulder, the right knee, same side, flexes gently the toes, and let my left hand come behind to reach possibly towards that right foot, the right shin, the big toe, the arch of the right foot, and see how that feels for my thigh, for my hip. Am I able to reach behind, raising my torso a little bit, helping with my right hand so my torso is raised, and I can feel that the arm easily reaches there. And maybe the body's able to slowly roll my right knee higher off the ground and coming gently forward through my right knee away from the ground, and maybe my right toes that now come across my left leg are touching the floor. And my right hand adjusts, and my right knee comes as tall as it needs to be, and I'm on the left side of my body, not on the chest, not on the joints, but let my body just adjust. And how does it feel? If I were to come and touch you from your inner thigh of the right leg and move it away from my body and away from the abdomen and torso, can I raise that right leg a little bit taller? And then can I find how my left hand is supporting the position of the right thigh? Where is that tension come towards any part of my body? And can I breathe into it? Is my neck, is my facial expression connected to finding the best way and posture for my body? Can I find the last 2 breaths? Shoulder blades shift towards each other, chest widens one more time as the body adjusts into the pose. Does it feel more comfortable to move deeper to the ground, to feel the right knee extending last time, tallest towards the sky, and then allowing kindly to rotate back into center. So what does it feel like to move back onto my belly, onto my chest, rolling gently back to the ground? Find that the left hand flexes, the left knee bends, and I'm rolling a little bit onto the right side of my body while my right arm slowly comes behind and maybe finds my left leg. Maybe my knee prevents that. Can I move? Can I move my chest, roll it a little bit higher, roll my head a little bit taller, and see if that feels comfortable to touch that leg? It doesn't have to be, but maybe there's a possibility of that position. And maybe as my body stays there, I can actually roll my hip on the left side off the ground, so my inner thigh and knee comes tallest towards the sky, and I can find my chest, and I find my shoulders. Beautiful. And is my right side able to lengthen? And so what is the conversation? What is your body telling you? Can I feel that my shoulder blades shift towards each other so my chest becomes more comfortable? Is this side more challenging or more interesting than the other? Can I find my right leg, knee, ankle, foot, toes? Is the head and the neck and the jaw supporting the position? Can I allow my body to really breathe into it? Is there any shift? Is there any benefit? Do I feel the hip, the inner thigh? Do I need to add intensity? Do I need to, have I gone too far? Is there to becoming uncomfortable, numb, or lacking of blood flow, or feeling because the nerves are being retracted and pinched? Am I forcing something, or am I just strengthening something? Is my head and my neck in the right position? So can I feel that your spine, and the longer I stay and invest in the position, can I feel something different about this pose? Can I discover, have I already made my judgment about my body and the position? Can I remain curious? Can I allow my last 2 breaths? Feeling the longest deep breath into this pose, and let your body, exhale, that your left knee settles gently around, that your right hand rolls slowly off that foot, and my body exhales into your belly, into your chest for a second. And I feel my body come into, again, crocodile pose, meaning the hand over hand, the back of the hands resting gently under my forehead and my forehead over the back of those hands, and my back and my shoulders relax, and I feel my body just settle for a second. What's it feel like to be balanced on both sides? That my legs and toes relax and I can feel my back really clear. Getting to that point, and what does it feel like to move independently, that one hip from the other? Can I feel the difference? And what are the muscles or what is the sensations? And those sensations remind me of something. They can I equate those to a feeling, allowing my body to maybe connect that to an emotion. And can I look at it with compassion? And how do I heal from that? Maybe there's a storage or connection of mind, emotion to my body that way. And I let for this last long breath out to release and heal and invite healing into my body. And then roll onto your favorite side until your back is directly towards the floor and you're looking up towards the sky. So feel that your body rolls softly onto your back. Your block hopefully is not too far away from you. The knees always help if they're bent first. So the knees bend, allow the hips and lower back to be really long, the shoulder blades to be wide, and walking them away from the hips. So if your shoulder blades walk away from the hips, the lower back lengthens, the chest sinks through the breastbone, and your jaw is also pressed gently towards the throat, so the cervical spine lengthens. And when your body's ready, allow a gentle exhalation. Your body breathes softly out. And then kindly slide the block that is hopefully very close to you. As your feet press to the ground, you raise your hips and place the block exactly in a comfortable place. It can be lengthwise or can be uh, uh, perpendicular or vertical on your back, whichever is most comfortable, just in that sweet spot on the hips, on the tailbone towards the lower back, just to raise your hips a little bit higher. And so, what does it feel like to slowly flatten the belly in this way? So, can I find the best placing for that block in my hips so my lower back clears from any tension, so my abdomen sinks in? I can feel how I'm resting the abdominal organs by raising the hips a little bit higher so the blood just cleanses and filters through the organs, and I can breathe all that old blood away when I exhale. And maybe my hands come slowly next to the ground, next to the edges of your yoga mat or towards the hips, completely relevant. Staying with your legs as comfortably apart or together as your body allows it. And can I allow a few seconds to live with the moment so my hips adjust? So I can feel how the block is placed in such a way that my top, the front portion of the hip, that bony part of my front hip that is very close to the sides of my belly, are able to feel separation. That I'm able to shift them in a very imperceptible way away from each other. And my neck is not tense. I can rest my jaw, my bite, my shoulders. So, what does it mean to be in the present moment and genuinely, right? Finding who we genuinely are in this position. Can I allow my right and left leg to be just connected, to really feel them? And those micro adjustments, the constant movement and adapting to your position, to your best place, are yours. that I can concentrate on my shoulder blades. They're not tense, I'm not shrugging because I'm just stoically resisting the position. Can I find my way into the pose, right? Can I find my way? That's what yoga is. That's what flexibility speaks about when we talk about yoga. To find your way into the position. Not to skip the position. Sometimes that's also helpful, but how do I find my way into it? How do I make this my position? Can I allow my left leg to stay steady to the ground? Can I roll my right knee gently off the floor and into my abdomen with my right leg flexed, my right knee coming towards the body? Can I find the independence of that right hip towards the left? So I'm contracting the right hip, I'm softening my neck and shoulders. I'm able to exhale the left leg. And maybe the left leg stretches. And maybe my right hand needs to come towards the right knee and shin. And how does that feel through my back, through my hips, through my knee? Can I exhale kindly so my back muscles, my shoulder muscles exhale? And when and if my body's ready, with my right knee flexed, with my right knee aligned, that means not too wide, not too far out to the right, not too far up to the center, but just above to really feel a new alignment of that right knee with one hand, both hands, doesn't matter, holding the shin, holding the hamstring, holding the entire knee area of the right. The body exhales. The left leg starts activating and raising towards the sky. And I raise my left leg all the way towards the ceiling. And I exhale. So what does it feel like to stay in this position for one more breath? Raising the left leg. And then as the body exhales, drop that left leg gently in the same way that you reach towards the sky in the opposite direction. So individualizing your right and left hip. And so how does it feel to move through that hip? Stretching the knee, coming up on your inhale. What is your breathing telling you about how you're moving? And then lower it as you exhale. Your own breathing is the one that indicates the rhythm of your movement. As you're inhaling, as long as you're breathing in, you're raising that leg left. As long as you're exhaling, you're moving that left leg down. Last 2 times. Just your neck, your shoulders, awareness of that hip, joint, toes, knee joint muscles, body. Raise, holding your left leg tall and long towards the sky. Just 1 second. Feel your body breathing in. Feel it. Feel that your blood and all pressure releases from the toes down. Again, your venous return allows that toxicity that has been accumulated naturally from the things that we eat, breathe, drink, to release them from the legs, to bend the left knee, to bring your left thigh and knee towards the chest, towards the belly, and rest the right foot towards the ground. So the toes and the heel and the sole of that right foot settles. You're now switching your attention to contracting that left leg, to contracting that left knee as close, not wide outside the hip, not into deep into the abdomen cavity, but just that means towards the center of the abdomen, but just exactly above that left hip. And so, what does it feel like for that left hip and the lower back? How does that affect the neck, the shoulders? How does that affect the leg feeling, the toes feeling? Am I flexing and tensing that left leg, or am I simply letting go and adjusting my right leg? Is my right leg steady? Can I allow in the last breath out that my right leg then extends a little bit or a whole bunch away from the body? And how does that feel different from the left side? Can I find my toes, my kneecap, and where's my attention go? Can I feel the hip flexor? Can I feel the tummy? Can I feel my lower back as the right leg is extended? Where are my shoulders, my elbows? Are my fingers doing all the work and tensing through my fingers? Am I frowning or am I softening my body? So invites a change of this position on my facial expression. When my body's ready,
And I allow my right side to start activating as I breathe it out, support it, and then kindly raise it towards the sky. And we're going to hold it first so you can feel the right leg very, very tall. And what does it feel like to raise the right leg? What is the change on my back, on my shoulders, my neck? Do I understand the connection of supporting one position versus the other and how one part, as unseemingly as that may be, affects the rest of the body? How we're not departmentalized, that all the things about the body are connected. How amazing balance and strength and an intention into movement affects how we already understand the connection between stress and the health and toxicity produced within the body, those free radicals. The body is ready. Can I allow my right leg to exhale gently forward and out and away from the hip into the ground, breathing out very gently? What does it feel like for my toes? The change of bloodstream, resting it, holding it, breathing in. What is my left leg doing as I exhale and then retract it towards the sky, inhaling right leg all the way towards the ceiling, and then exhaling it gently towards the ground. So what is the range? What am I investigating? What am I feeling through that movement? Can I find my right leg inhale and then observe what range? What am I benefiting through the joints? And this is not always about all this pressure and all this acceleration, but it's about staying gently into the moment. Am I really listening to my body when I inhale and raise? Am I listening to the exhalation and the process? What happens to the right hip? What happens to the left knee and leg? Can I feel the body reaching the range of extension towards the sky and over the head? Can I give permission for my body to move two more times at my own rhythm and to my own range, to find my way as I raise my leg, to feel how can I investigate what that helps or how that may move and benefit my knee, my ankle, the fascia of my entire body. Let your last full breath in support that. How that affects the connection of my mind as my body exhales my leg down, bending my right knee, placing my right foot as the knee is bent to release then my left leg. And my left leg softens, touches the ground. How does that feel with my feet staying for a second in this position? So my feet find, it doesn't mean that we're not micro adjusting, that we're not shifting to find the best way and the most comfortable way, that we don't move a little bit differently this time, that my feet are steady, that I feel my big toe, my pinky toe, my heels, my shoulders, my neck, when my body, and if my body is ready. Not to expect anything from the outside, but to really transform our intention from inside. The way that we look at the world from our eyes, not from somebody else's eyes. Can I place my heels stronger towards the ground and roll my hips just slowly off the block? So my block is then remove my hands from my back and I rest my hips, rest my shoulders, rest my neck. Extend my legs as comfortable as I can away from my body and find the perfect distance between those legs. The perfect position between my toes, the heels, the knees, my hips, my belly, the shoulder blades, the neck. Do I need to move the neck a little bit to the right, a little bit to the left, so I can loosen up the neck muscles, the bite, the forehead, the eyes? And then this Shavasana actually is a position in itself where we find enough comfort, enough placement of the body in a way that allows the body to relax. And what does relaxation mean? It means I trust this position, and this position is conducive for me to really rest. I'm in a trust place, in a place of safety. And I can feel I don't have to be anything but just this is a moment to be within myself. That my body movement, all the things that I've done and shifted and connected to, have prepared the internal world to fit within its vessel, to fit harmoniously within my arms, within my legs, within my gut, within my head. I can fit within my heart. And when my body and if my body feels just in a place of healing, re-energize, of restfulness, and it doesn't happen immediately. And as we've said many times, a miracle is not external, but is an internal perspective of circumstances. It isn't about changing the circumstances. A miracle is about changing our perspective about our circumstances. And I allow my body to move through hands and feet and toes and fingers. Where does my body need to move? How do I need to engage parts? Do I need to move my toes and feet around the ankles? Do I need to move my legs from left to right as windshield wipers? Do I need to move my hips and glutes, tummy? Do I need to move my arms above the shoulders and stretch them above the head with arms bent or extended, or maybe touching fingers above the head area? Can I feel my body just inhaling as long as my body needs to stretch, and then exhale, soft, and let all that breath out. Bending possibly my knees, bringing my knees bent so the feet are touching the floor, and that can help my body roll on its side, and let my knees roll on one side comfortably, whichever is your favorite side. I rest on my side of my torso with my head rested, so there's nothing to carry, but it's a very gentle movement. So my blood flow, all the things that I've shifted in my body naturally find their homeostasis or the natural balance. Maybe that my top leg slowly moves and my body starts rolling gently off the ground, one part at a time, until I find myself rotating easily and kindly and gently, not to agitate the energy I have created around my body, but to softly realign it, to place it back in its center position. And so what have I learned or gained, or what have I taken out of this practice with my body? What have I gotten out of being with my body? What is my intention?
still? Is there anything that I need to say to my body? How do I best care of it? Is there anything that I need to shift into my healing process? Can I allow my breath to slowly open my hands and arms and let that openness to really drive my chest to be widened, to raise my arms above the head until the palm hands touch and the elbows bend so your thumbs come slowly towards the heart center. And then in a prayerful position, whatever prayer means to you, that the body is truly the temple for our spirit, where this beautiful deity inside of us lives, which is our soul, which only is a part of divine energy, a little drop, where that energy is special and beautiful and constant. And I allow myself to find harmony and truthfulness and peacefulness. And within all that space, we can find again selfless, divine love.